In today's installment of Adventures in American Governance, we dive into the latest episode of the political reality show starring none other than President Donald J. Trump. You know, the man who brought us "You're fired" long before it was a political slogan. In a bold and definitely not surprising move, Trump has signed an executive order aimed at scaling down the Department of Education. Yes, folks, the man with a golden touch for everything from real estate to reality TV is now taking a sledgehammer to the federal education system. Because why not? You might remember Trump's campaign promises to declutter the bureaucratic mess that is Washington, D.C., and like a reality TV producer with a penchant for drama, he's delivering on that promise with gusto. The Department of Education has been in his crosshairs since his early days on the campaign trail. According to Trump, the federal government's influence over education is nothing more than an elaborate scheme to indoctrinate America's youth. One can only assume he's referring to the sinister act of teaching children how to read and write. On Thursday, Trump, with the flourish of a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, declared, "Everybody knows it's right, and we have to get our children educated." It's a powerful statement, especially coming from a man who famously boasted about the size of his crowds. But I digress. Trump's critique of the American education system is as sharp as a schoolyard pencil, arguing that we're simply not measuring up to the global competition. And who better to lead us into the future of education than the man who once hosted a show where contestants vied to sell the most lemonade? The White House, always keen to articulate the finer points of Trump's vision, released a fact sheet detailing the executive order. The directive, it claims, aims to turn over education to families instead of bureaucracies. Because, as every parent knows, there's nothing quite like balancing a full-time job, household chores, and now apparently crafting a comprehensive curriculum for your kids. The order also instructs Education Secretary Linda McMahon, you might remember her from such classics as The Wrestling Ring, to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education. It's a bold move, and one that promises to be as smooth as a WWE SmackDown. Now, before you get too comfortable with the idea of a federal education system in shambles, let's remember that this move is expected to face a flurry of lawsuits that are likely to require congressional approval. Because in the world of politics, nothing says efficiency quite like a protracted legal battle. It's almost as if the Founding Fathers foresaw a day when running the country would closely resemble an episode of Law and Order. But let's pause for a moment and appreciate the sheer audacity of it all. Who else but Trump could take on the Herculean task of dismantling a federal department and make it sound like a patriotic duty? The man is nothing if not consistent in his quest to make America great again, one executive order at a time. Whether you see this as a stroke of genius or a scene from a political sitcom, one thing is clear. Trump is nothing if not entertaining. And speaking of entertainment, if you're enjoying this satirical deep dive into the world of Trump-era politics, why not join our community? Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Trump's plan is a masterstroke of conservative policy, or is it the plot twist no one saw coming? We want to hear from you, our audience, because after all, in the great reality show that is American democracy, your voice matters. As we wait with bated breath to see how this executive order plays out, one can only imagine the colorful debates that will unfold on Capitol Hill. Will Congress embrace this new era of state-controlled education, or will it become yet another chapter in the long saga of Trump versus the establishment? Stay tuned, dear viewers, for the next thrilling episode of the Trump Chronicles, where every day brings a new surprise, and the stakes are nothing short of the future of American education. In conclusion, whether you're a staunch supporter of Trump's vision or a casual observer of the political theater, one thing's for certain. We're living in extraordinary times. Times where education policy is as unpredictable as a reality TV script, and where Donald Trump continues to redefine what it means to be the President of the United States. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the show. And remember, don't just watch history unfold. Join the conversation. Subscribe, like, and let us know your thoughts. After all, the best part of a good story is sharing it with others.